When I hit my brick wall of burnout in my late 30s, one of the big questions that I had to figure out pretty quickly is like, what's next? Because I knew that I couldn't keep doing the same thing that I did for my career before, at least not in like the same way that I was doing it. And so I immediately started seeking out other opportunities. And I was looking around online and saying, oh, this person's doing that, this person's doing that, and they're saying that they're making money, so I'm going to go do that too. And it led me to a very failed opportunity of selling these little fidget toys on Amazon. This was like several years ago. It was a complete and utter disaster because it was just imposter syndrome, right? I was just trying to impersonate what I saw success looking like in somebody else versus defining my own success through my own identity. If I could go back and do it all over again, I would start with a much bigger question than what opportunity do I want to do next, which is, who the heck am I? And I realized, y'all, that's a very difficult question to answer when you're in a state of burnout, because so many of us have been, putting on this performance for so long, pretending to be the version of us that fits with this like outdated version of success that perhaps you've forgotten, right? But I promise they're still there. They're just buried under years and years of programming and conditioning, and figuring out that really nitty-gritty question first, and believe you me, it took me months if not years, is what has kind of led me down a different pathway that feels so much more aligned, so much more meaningful and purposeful. It has led to me writing my first book that I never thought I'd be an author, right? But like here I am doing that because it was an opportunity that was based off of my own identity. So if you're in that same space, your own little messy middle, trying to figure that out for yourself, don't take this as advice, because the last thing that y'all need right now is for somebody else to tell you what you should be doing. But if you're like me, I'm just saying what I wish I would have done first is started with who I am instead of what I want to do.